And we're back, guys. Happy Monday. We're back with Rogue Actions. Definitely a different face on the other side of me here today. Not necessarily a better one, but it's the best that we could come up with. I'm kidding. Our boy Ram Bam is here joining us on Rogue Actions this morning. Hello, buddy. How you doing, man? Morning, bud.
Man, good morning. Yeah, it's something like that. Whew. Not a morning person.
Oh, I know. Neither am I, but that's why it's night here, so I can get away with it. But it's crazy stuff. And thanks so much for joining us. We're obviously we're going to cover pretty soon the reasons to, of course, why Ram is joining us today. But of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, all that fun stuff. For those that haven't seen these Rogue Actions videos before, it's really simple. Videos in 2 parts. 3 topics on mine, 3 topics on Ram's today. The link will be in the description below for the other part of this video, so you don't miss it. Make sure when you get over to Ram, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You got to do that. He's at 500 subs. Let's get this boy over 1,000, all right? I need your help. I'm calling it out, guys. We need you. We need the support. Get this boy over 1,000. He 100% deserves it, all right? So, but watch this video first. Do it afterwards. Okay, that'd be cool. All right, so let's get down to it, of course. Let's get started with the mini meme, of course, dedicated to Minnie, who obviously left us way too early. Cancer is just absolute crap. And again, it's just our way of honouring those that have been fantastic in our community. So, meme of the week is really simple. The moment when you realise the hero you just maxed is trash. Now, this basically, you can just look up my Swgoh.gg link, Ram, and every damn character that's Relic 9 is pretty well on that list. I don't think there's many I'm missing at the moment, mate. I think Tebow's the one I'm dealing with at the moment, the Relic 9, which is ridiculous. So, man, is there anything...
Do you have a Relic 9 Watt Tambor?
Maybe. But his survivability is amazing. He does some incredible damage.
Look, this meme is 100% fact for anybody that's ever had a Swgoh. However, it's also made us the most valuable player in our guilds.
Oh, so TB officers love us now. Joke's on you guys, straight up. But of course, we actually a couple of weeks ago, as you remember, Ram, you would remember, we did some lookalikes. And some of the lookalikes, they got a fair bit of attention, and a lot of people liked them. So we got asked to crank out a few more. So I got a little bit busy, guys. Let's get into it. I got a couple of lookalikes for today. Now, of course, Ram, you know our boy Sweens. He loves bounty hunters more than many people should. Loves them as much as Hershey loves his sisters, but that's a whole different story. But this is our boy Sweens. I didn't realize he used to be in an 80s cartoon. Ram Man, Sweens and Ram Man side by side. Can't tell the difference. There's not much difference there, ladies and gentlemen. Our boy Sweens is actually Ram Man in disguise, except for the muscles. I think that's the only difference, isn't it, Ram? Because our boy Sweens, he hasn't got the big cannons like that, mate. That's for sure.
He's a scrawny little.
He's not wrong, though. Let's get to the next one, guys, and let's just jump straight in. Of course, we got our boy Tassinix. Good-looking rooster. Lots and lots of hair, just like myself. Now, our boy has a bit of a musical touch as well, of course. Looks a hell of a lot like Moby here. Moby. Tassinix is the Moby that you order on Wish. All right, that's probably the best way to put it, straight up. But our boy Tass has a striking resemblance to Moby there, Ram. That one's a pretty good one.
Same picture to me.
I can't tell the
Looks
difference.
identical.
We got another one here, of course, as well. Couldn't help myself. Our boy Ranger, of course, from Reality Scoot Gamers. Again, he channels his inner 90s metal star. Bit of Fred Durst action there as well. Our boy Ranger and Fred Durst, there is some serious similarities there. The only thing missing from this photo is Ranger's hat's not backwards. If that was backwards, you'd be going, yep, dead on. But
I'm pretty sure Fred Durst doesn't do as many shoeies.
I don't think anyone does as many shoeies, maybe except for this idiot here. But now, Ram, there was another one that you said, Hines. You need to show this one as well, mate. I don't see the resemblance, to be honest. There's a court case, I think, over in the US at the moment. Is it Murtaugh? I think it is, if I'm right, something along those lines. Yeah. I might have mucked up the name, but I'm from Australia and I muck up a lot of things in the US. But he has a fantastic legal defense team, of course, as expected. I personally can't tell. I don't see any resemblance there at all in any way, shape, or form to one of the
exact same person.
Yeah, to one of the defense attorneys.
Sure, this isn't like a brother of yours or something.
I think I got my law degree from a crackerjack box, mate. It's dead set. I think that's really the only way that we could get it from. But there's some good likenesses there for sure. But guys, of course, if you've got some other lookalikes, let us know. Let us know in the comments below of guys that you want to see that you think are pretty similar to someone else. We'll definitely roll them through on these videos if there's something that certainly piques our interest. So get in our Discord server or the comments below and give us some ideas on guys that you think would be really, really fun to look alike with that are pretty close. We need to start this one off actually with a really, really sad start, Ram, honestly. Our boy, of course, as you guys know, of course, Ram's joining us today. Grid has decided to retire from streaming. And obviously that includes Galaxy of Heroes coverage and streams and videos, the whole thing. Basically a straight up disconnect. Message went out on his Discord server a couple of days ago now. From recording this, from Grid server directly an announcement. Thank you everyone for your immense support over the years. While things are not ending as I wish they could have, I'm so very grateful for the ride we had on the Grid. With recent life tragedies, changes and challenges, I really need to focus on what's happening in my life. Thank you for all the epic, fun, awesome, sad, crazy and wonderful memories from GACs to guides to faint strike, parry strike and more. This was not a trip I ever thought I would have. This is not something I thought I'd been lucky enough to do, but I did, and thanks to you. You have all left a mark on my life, thank you. Leaving the server up and running, of course, but for the last time, he went off the Grid. And very, very sad day. Ram, you obviously knew, Grid before I met him, honestly. Do you want to recall, of course, you catching up with Grid for the first time and some of your highlights, man, along the way, you know?
So, I mean, I knew Grid from the very first time that I got invited to do a whale chat. He was one of the other guests there with me, and I mean we just hit it off. We were both aspiring streamers and content creators at the time. He obviously much more successful than I am for a whole variety of different reasons. His hair being number one.
Of course, yeah.
He is such an amazing human being though. He's so genuine, and obviously we talk about him like he's dead, but he's not dead. He's just not doing content anymore.
Yeah.
But I think probably one of the most favorite memories I have of him was the infamous Cubs raid on YouTube when he was doing a whole bunch of community gas events. Gas event was out and he was just getting into people's accounts and doing their gas events for them, and it was like 12 hours or something of just a whole lot of gas runs. Yeah. And Cubs raided them, and it was just nonstop, constant sub after sub after sub alert. And I mean, his reaction was just priceless.
It was. The shock on his face was like, what the hell is going on? The look of just absolute, it was just unbelievable what was going on at the time. I remember that one. It was pretty wild at the time, and he did some amazing work for people when that gas event came out. It was just, I reckon he did about 50 or 60, I think, maybe even more. It was just non-stop. People just pop the accounts and up they go, and he'd help them with the gas rate. It was just absolutely wild. But look, of course, big hole in my heart at the moment. Of course, Grid. It's pretty sad and it's pretty sudden, and I know a lot of it arises from another personal tragedy that happened only a few days ago, and that was kind of just had made him sort of reassess where things are at for him, which is obviously really, really sad, but he's got to do what he needs to do. Guys, don't reach out to him, please. Don't DM him. Don't message him. If you want to obviously pass on some messages, do them to us in our Discord server or Ram. Send them to either of us. When the time's right, we'll obviously have a chat to Grid and we'll reach out to him and we'll pass on everyone's well wishes. But please don't hound him right now. It's just not the best time for it. So please feel free to pass on all the messages. Actually, I'm going to set up a channel in our Discord server. Put the messages in there, and then when he's ready, he can have a look at them. Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to do that as soon as we get off this video. So pop your messages in there for Grid, and when the time's right, he can then go through them and check them all out and catch up on everything down the track. So guys, that's where we're at right now. Do that, and don't hassle him directly. Please don't do that. We'd really, really appreciate it. Of course, some of the highlights are our Gridsy sessions for me. I mean, they were just, we just both got drunk one day and we just clicked. There's nothing more I can say. It was just, he was, a brother that I never had, honestly, as far as streaming goes anyway. It was just so much fun. His energy, his enthusiasm, his sense of humor. Obviously, I had the looks department, he didn't quite have that. The hair, I guess he got by with the hair and the beard and all that sort of thing, but he carried through. Of course, some of the best highlights are some of our sound bites in our live stream still, and they always will be, which is absolutely incredible. But I am absolutely going to miss doing content with him. It's been an absolute honor. It really has to be able to do what I've done for the last 3 years with Grid, and I'm incredibly saddened by saying this today, but I think there's nothing more I can say, brother. But love you. I hope everything's okay, mate. I hope everything settles down for you in real life, mate. We'd love to catch up soon and just have a good chat when the time's right, mate. But we're going to leave you alone for now. So lots of love, thumbs up, put your comments in below, and again in the channel in the Discord server, if you got any messages, jump in there, pop them in, and then we'll pass them on later on down the track. Let's get to our last topic, of course, as well, Ram. On this video, of course, we got the other video as well, and I see some rage coming on the horizon on Ram's video. I think that this is absolutely going to wind up. I want to talk about the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes PC client that we don't have, that we absolutely crave, that we keep asking for time and time again. Now, this has come up again, of course, with the newest title update. I know that BlueStacks devices, of course, we have to use emulators for doing our streams. It's very difficult logistically to do them any other way. So, of course, it's certainly a tool that we use because there's no other option, basically, is where it's at when it comes to the game. So, the newest title update has basically made the game unplayable recently. And I'm sure that it'll get sorted out in time. But when I say unplayable, I mean, like, even the earlier versions of BlueStacks, which I have a Mac at work and it only works on BlueStacks 4, which is an older version. Every 5-10 minutes, it just freezes up. It's just useless. It's terrible. And people, losing territory wars, their battles. You had the same problem, Ram, in territory wars the other day when the update dropped. Dude, it's a big problem. This is a massive game, and we have a web store, for God's sake, but we still can't find a way to play the game on PC. There's the priorities, and I get it. I get the whole you got to make money thing, but seriously, this is beyond a joke now. We need this client, Ram, don't you think, mate? Seriously, we've been waiting for this for way too long. We really have,
Here's a thought. If they were to make this game, I don't know, playable, they might make more money.
No.
Just throwing it out there.
No way.
I know, right?
No
Crazy.
way.
Crazy theory. Now, like, how does Raid Shadow Legends have a online a PC client, but we can't, right? How does this is a $1 billion game? I'm sure, I don't know the exact metrics, but I'm sure it's approaching 2 billion at some point. Like it's got to be up there.
It'll still
this game makes a ton of money.
Yeah, it does.
They could afford a PC client. There's no reason to not have it. There's no reason to have emulators. And the last update was, I've been seeing it all on streams. Shout out to Shaka. He's had issues where his 3-4 crashes a stream.
Yeah.
Since this update, and that's unacceptable. That some of these people have their livelihoods built on streaming GACs and their channels and whatnot, and when you can't even play the game because it's so unstable, it's just not fun for anybody.
No, No, it's absolutely not. And it's just a fundamental basic, isn't it, of accessibility. I mean, we have it in every other sort of format. We have it across Android. We have it across Apple. And let's be honest, this game is produced around a mobile format. It's the size of it. It's not like it's a 250 gig game that, it's not like Grand Theft Auto 5. It's not like anything that's enormous. It's not like Warzone where you can't fit it on your PC. This is a in mobile game. It can't be that big. It just can't be. There's got to be a way to make this work. It bemuses me that a game that has the turnover there and they're certainly promoting the game and they're investing in it and they're putting extra time into it and releasing new characters. So we know that the game has a future still for some time. Why they haven't just said, guys, let's just knock this out so that they stop freaking annoying us about it. That would be great. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. So, I don't know. Look, I mean, I feel like I'm...
Well, they have a lot of work that they have to do off of that one PC. They can't afford the second laptop. I don't,
I just feel like
maybe the web store is just not as successful as they hoped.
Look, I think it is, mate. I think it absolutely is. I think that, when they release packs like the Omicron pack that was in there recently, which was really great value, there is an absolute life in there. Of course, you did get discounts on your crystals. I still personally, of course, use Google Play because Ram, you and I are in a high-end guild that do territory wars. There's a lot of remodding involved. That's a lot of credits involved in those remods. I personally, of course, use Google myself because I can use the Google Play points, which obviously give me rewards, and I can claim the rewards and actually get like 2 million credits for an amount that I spend because I am a spender in this game and I don't condone it, but that's what I do because I get that little bit more out of it. So, certainly everyone, does their own thing. And I if you, I tip my hat to the free to play. How the hell you can still do it, I got no idea. But certainly, that's the way that I personally like to do it. And I mean, I have no doubt that it turns over well. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it. They would have done the research before building the damn thing if it wasn't going to make them some money. So, don't know what else to say there, Ram, but, mate, it's get the Swgoh client made, for God's sake, or at least just tell us it's coming. If it needs time, just tell us. It's fine. I get it. We'll understand. But just tell us that it's at least on the freaking radar. That would be really, really cool because, seriously, this stuff that happens with these updates and stuff, it's just ridiculous. It's a joke. It really is. So let us know in the comments below. Are we smacking our head against a brick wall? Do they actually give us stuff, or is it not important? Or do you think that maybe we're overthinking this and it's not important to you guys? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. All right, we're going to head over to the other video, Ram. And before we go, mate, quick question. Are you free on Monday mornings? I'm just serious.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to. It would be an honor to fill this. I can't replace Grit's hair. There's
well, neither can I.
Nothing I can do on that.
Between the two of us, neither of us can. But maybe
I'll fill Grit's pants.
Guys, we'll be back next Monday. Ram's going to be hanging out with me on Monday mornings from now on. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hit the thumbs up. And the link is below in the description for Ram's video. We're only halfway there. We ain't done yet. Go and check out the other video. And there's some serious Ram rage on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you next Monday.